Kaitai here, one of the co-founders of Yala. So in short, what we do is a Bitcoin-backed stablecoin. And before I introduce the project, let me give you a snapshot of who the team is. So we're a team of 18 members led by 3 co-founders. We can see here on your top left, Bin Liu. He is the CEO co-founder. He was previously co-founder at Alchemy Pay. If you know it, it's a on-off-ramp solution for businesses. On the tech side, we have a ex-Circle, Vicky Fu. So she was engineering director at Circle. She also led team at Capital One and Microsoft on ML side. And as we know, we have AI cross crypto correlation. So she is also helping us on risk models later. I am the 3rd co-founder and COO. I was previously working for Binance Labs on their early stage VC team. And with my tech background, I was more eager on the infrastructure, middleware, and a little bit on DeFi side. And we have 2 amazing partners. So one is William. William is one of the early joiner of MakerDAO. You'll see later that one part of our protocol is a over-collateralized protocol. And then on go-to-market, we have Casper. Casper was CMO at Lido and doing the same here for Yala for go-to-market. Okay, so a little more on the whole status quo for the market. We try to understand why there's such a gap on the numbers. So you can see here, only 6 billion worth of BTC were engaged into DeFi last year. And same number is potentially going to reach 1.2 trillion by 2030. That's according to DeFi Llama projections. We saw that huge gap, and we try to understand why. We talked to crypto miners, BTC holders, whales, institutions. It's about a survey of 60+ panel. And we understood there were currently 2 pain points. The first one is BTC holders actually don't trust wrapping or bridges because those protocols are somehow centralized. And second pain point is as BTC maxis, they don't like to hold all the type of tokens. So Yala saw this opportunity. We wanted to capture as much market share as possible. And that's how we try to build Yala to solve that issue. All right, so on the product, we accept BTC and UTXO assets. The green box here is, as I mentioned, the over-collateralized protocol. So in a similar way as Maker does, we take BTC or UTXO as collateral, and then we mint a stablecoin called YU, which stands for Yala USD. And if you look at the competitive landscape, usually, similarly, a lot of protocols are doing the same Bitcoin-backed stablecoin. And our differentiating factor is that we have a modular infrastructure. So the indexer plus Oracle would act as a gatekeeper to have this liquidity flow from the Bitcoin ecosystem to the rest of the ecosystem. Let me tell you more about the architecture. All right, so here on deposit, we have a hybrid model. So currently, unfortunately, there is no on-chain storage protocol that can hold our BTC. So that's why we have sort of hybrid. At this point, we do partner with custodians. So you can see Anchorage, Fireblocks, Coinbase, etc. as main custodians. We also work with other custodians depending on what our user asks. And the second part is on-chain. So the on-chain storage is currently built by a protocol called Botanics. The solution is called Spider Chain. So that would be a decentralized MPC for us to store our BTC. And then 2 innovations, so white and black module. So what would happen is you connect the BTC wallet, and then we sync the data point on our vote. The indexer plus Oracle here would act as a gatekeeper to validate or to reject transactions, and everything is directly settled on BTC. Then the black module, which is the lending protocol, is the way we innovate to bridge this liquidity. So we would be on the virtual machine on any given chain. And through a map and mint, we natively mint the stablecoin on the given chain so that our user can just either swap, stake, or do anything related to DeFi to earn yields. We also take security pretty seriously, so we want to make sure that everything goes well and smoothly. So what we do is we have a decentralized indexing framework. So that means we want everyone to be involved. We have a distributed network of indexers so that we have this consensus. And then on the voting mechanism, trying to also bridge trust to the community so to make sure that we have trust among the whole user group. And then on cross-chain, so as you can see, we are on BTC first, and then when we might transfer data points from BTC to the rest of the ecosystem. So that's why we try to encrypt our data points, and we use DA11 security to make sure that everything is transferred without corruption. On the user experience side, let me tell you more about what we do. So if you have used centralized exchanges, you see there's a switch on Lite and Pro mode. So similarly, we have the same, the Lite and Pro mode. For Lite mode is more institutional or retail users that don't want to trade too often. So that what happens is they interact with us through clicks. And then on the Pro mode here is pro traders, people are more frequently trading. In other words, they are taking care of every step of the user journey, and they will decide what to do, how much BTC they want to stake, how much stablecoin they want to borrow, and eventually where to stake for how long. So this is an illustration of our Lite mode. So you can see here 3 different interfaces, and that's the interaction that our user will have. The first one is you connect your BTC wallet. Through over-collateralization will help user to borrow up to 75% of their collateral. So that means for $100 worth of BTC, you can borrow up to $75. And once you decide the ratio, we will take the user to the second interface, which is a marketplace. You can see you pick a chain, and then you pick a DeFi protocol. So we really put user at the center of our product, and we want them to decide where to stake for how long and what DeFi protocol they want to choose. Last step, withdrawal step. So once the user decides to withdraw everything, we act on their behalf. We unstake from the given DeFi protocol, and we swap it back to the BTC ecosystem. And the high level here is we take BTC as input here, and any extra earnings is swapped back to BTC, so that we simplify every experience for our user. You can see a few steps in between every interfaces. So the Pro mode will have similar interface, but at those different steps between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, will help the user to decide what they want to do. The drawback here is, so the positive side is they have more control. The drawback is they have to maintain different type of wallets. If they were to stake on EVMs, they have to maintain an EVM wallet, same for Solana, etc. And they also have to hold tokens to pay for gas fee. We want to have this liquidity being very composable and interoperable. So you can see we remain pretty flexible. User can decide to pick any chain, any EVM chains. So they can start to earn yields on a EVM, for example. And if they see, for some reason, another new chains or another high-yield chain potential on the DeFi protocol, then we help our user just to move from one ecosystem to the other. Another highlight is we also work with restaking protocols. The value of it is with the same amount of BTC, our holder can not only borrow money from us using stablecoins, but also restake on restaking protocols. So Babylon being one of our partners, how it works is you just restake on their end, and you can get extra rewards once the restaking rewards is live on the restaking protocols. On the roadmap, so we started to think of Yala back in November last year. 9 months down the road, we are going to hit the testnet. So fundraising news will be announced soon as well. And then we'll launch the testnet that would intend to run between 2 to 3 months. It's roughly the time for us to run through 2 to 3 audits, have feedback from you, collect feedback, and update the product if necessary, and before hitting mainnet in January next year. So this is the QR code from our social media accounts. We'll make sure we announce every step, every key milestone with the community. Our DMs are always open to feedback. So if you have any questions, any feedback on product when the testnet is live, feel free to reach out. Thank you for your attention. I can remain here if you have any questions.